Ladies and gentlemen, I am very happy that I could welcome you back to another episode of Your Boat Isn't Worth That, but this is going to be a lot different, okay? So some of our videos are somewhat controversial, and we have a true seller and potential buyer. I never said that I was a potential buyer, okay? All I did was say, hey, do you have a moment to answer some questions about the boat? Let's see what happened. Good Lord. We have the 1996 Ranger 392 VS versus the 1995 482 VS. That is half the price. So let's talk to Lee Davis here, 7487. She says, you should get a lot of views on this one because we know a lot of people and everyone is watching it and laughing at your lack of knowledge. How do you value two boats you have never laid eyes on? Just hilarious. I think you can most likely get in trouble for what you're doing, to be honest, and to say he may be hungover from the night before. Really, you might rethink your style of videos. You know, that's that's very interesting that you say that. I think that the reason that you're saying this is because you have zero defense in why this boat is not worth that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the audience of the boat of the seller that has his boat way overpriced. You might ask, hey, none of this is from the seller. Well, we actually have an interaction with the seller. Let's really get into it because, ladies and gentlemen, this is some stuff that you want to be ahead of. Let's look at this jokester here. Okay, how about we look here? And this can be summarized very, very early, okay? So the main mantra of what this guy is saying is, oh, new boats are 60 to 100K, okay? And this is right here where I said it to him. You're not a dealer though, and your boat is 30 years old. So this is right where I told him. I asked him, seriously though, tell me how you came up with 17.5. Just curious. Not trying to argue or fight. I'm genuinely curious. Waiting. This is at 11:50, and I sent this, and he was normally pretty on it. Okay? So, half an hour later, he is trying to re-justify everything that is in his listing. He's justifying everything that is in his listing, and he cannot even give a monetary value on the number that he has on the boat. Okay? So let's look at another comment. Come on, this just gets better and better and better. So, clearly a follower of the seller that is losing here. Seems like you don't know much about two-stroke motors. How? How do I not know about two-stroke motors? These are actually the motors that I was born into. So I would very much look forward to your response. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a controversial kind of page, okay? And somebody says, and I think you can most likely get in trouble for what you're doing, to be honest. Really? For stating facts? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what happens when a seller gets mad when somebody exposes them and shows them their boat ain't worth that.